we just say that we weren't ready? It's like, oh my God, it's time. Hi, everybody. Happy Friday. Thanks, Spirit. It's Friday. I hope everybody's doing well. Welcome to Cartomancy Mesquite, a.k.a. Angela.
Thank you.
She's back, friends. Yay! So tonight we're going to do some full moon readings. And before we get started, I just want to say, Angela, the spread is in the private chat if you need to write it down.
Okay.
I didn't tell you that part, friends. So I, as always, compiled some notes about this particular full moon because I am not an astrologer by any stretch of the imagination, and I want to do my best to give you the facts. And nothing but the facts. So help us. All right, let's say hi to a few folks. First, Kindness and Light is in the house. Hello, Lisa. Gina M. Hello. Sharon Sipe. Howdy. Gerald, how's it going? Gerald and I had a lovely conversation today. Rose Blue is in the house. Howdy, neighbor Angela. Mom of two dogs. Hello. Jessica Lynn. Howdy, my friend. And Miss WH, Purple Elephant, who was here just a couple of nights ago. We had a lovely conversation. Really appreciate that. And Parrot White is in the house.
Yep.
So that's a great question, Gerald. Thank you so much for asking. So there's lots of good things to do during full moons. Normally, full moons are about sort of releasing things. They're about surrendering, old, bad, negative kind of energies, habits, patterns, whatever. It's heightened celestial energy. As we all know, because if you've been traveling from chat to chat over the last couple of days, everybody is talking about how they are feeling some sort of way. It's about realizations. And so this particular full moon happens on Saturday, June the 3rd. Its peak illumination will be reached at approximately, and take this with a grain of salt, friends, because I literally found about 5 different times, but they're all within, like a 10-minute radius. So somewhere around 11:40 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. This moon is commonly referred to as the strawberry moon or the sister's moon, which it's called in Africa, which I thought, or South Africa, which I thought was really interesting. So full moon in Sagittarius, that's where we're at. Sagittarius is the 3rd sign of the zodiac, and it represents a desire for change, for flexibility, and to explore things. Sagittarians love to seek new information and knowledge and to create new things. They love new ideas. Also, they aim to really uncover the truth, like stick to the facts, right? So this can be a really great opportunity to let go of long sort of held on beliefs or patterns or behaviors that no longer serve us. Thing to do when the moon is full, Hal. Absolutely.
I know, that's what I was giggling about.
So now this is the part that gets a little like blah 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 blah. So if you get it, great. If not, like there's not going to be a test or anything like that. So don't worry. This full moon occurs the day after Venus is in Cancer. And that will form an exact trine, which is an astrological term, which is a 120-degree angle, apparently, with Neptune in Pisces and the moon in Scorpio. And that will create a grand trine alignment. This alignment is going to help us to sort of feel an enhancement with magical and mystical sort of qualities that will sort of spill over into love. So different kinds of relationships, art, our spiritual connections, as well as beauty, which I thought was really super interesting. This Sagittarius full moon is going to be ruled by Jupiter. Jupiter rules both Sagittarius and Pisces, and operates most effectively within those signs. At the moment, though, Jupiter is not in Sagittarius. It is in the sign of Taurus, and it will be there till next year on May 26, 2024, when it then transits into Gemini. Plus, we also have Saturn in Pisces. So this is a great time, according to the astrological people out in the universe that I found on Google, to learn our boundaries and to release and to want to get to the facts and the truth of the matters, whatever those matters may be. And also to remember that we need to respect our bodies. That was another sort of key thing that I kept seeing. So, being kind to yourself, making sure that you're feeding and fueling your body with, good stuff instead of, sitting in front of the television, drinking a Pepsi and eating bonbons like, someone else I know does. This girl right here. So just be mindful of that. So I thought that was super interesting. I hope that you guys find that information somewhat helpful. I know that sometimes when you read all of that stuff, it can sound like I'm literally going blah, 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 blah. But for those of you that are interested, there you have it. Hi, Lady Silver. So, hi, Sue Toffee. So we're going to do some full moon readings. Angela and I have done these many a time. We've got a plethora of cards. You know me, I come prepared, friends. We've got easy for me to say, a plethora of cards in front of us, Oracle that is. Got my trusty tarot cards. We've sort of come up with a little spread, which is, the first card is what is our focus, or what do we need to be focusing on. The second card is what do we need to release, or what do we need to surrender. And the third card is what is this full moon's lessons, or what can we hope to learn from this particular full moon. So that's the 3-card spread. Let us know in the chat if you want a reading, and we will get ready. Giddy up. Angela, why don't you tell the lovely people in the chat what's coming up for you next week, because I might not remember to ask you.
What's coming up for me next week? Oh, on Monday, I'll be with Gerald and Deb. We'll be doing Woo Witchery coffee chat readings.
Awesome.
Yep.
And that's it. I didn't have time to do my prayer, and I'm trying to do my prayer in my head while you're talking, and I'm like, I got like two words out.
Okay, let's stop here for a second and let Kelly do her prayer.
Everybody, no pressure. Everybody watching me. Woo! Okay, sorry, friends, I have to do this. I apologize. Talk amongst yourselves. Angela, speak to the people, please. I got to turn my camera off. I apologize, guys. Sorry. It's like I'm on the spot now. Okay. Sorry, I apologize. I'm so not prepared. Okay. I will explain when I come back.
Well, hello, everybody. This is going to be fun. A bunch of nice full moon readings. I imagine they won't be quite as long-winded as usual, because we do tend to go on and on at times. So this ought to be a bit of fun. I think we can probably get everybody in. And I just wanted to say thank you for lunch today, Deb. That was great. She came over and brought us lunch. We had a good time.
Well, let's hope that worked. Good grief. Hi, Vivian. Hi, Leslie. Okay. Pierrette, Vivian. Thank you, Sharon Sight. Yes, please don't forget to hit the thumbs up and leave a comment underneath the video if you want. All of those things help all of the channels, and we're grateful. I'm just a few subscribers away from reaching the wonderful and fantastic milestone of 1,000. I am most grateful and appreciative. And so if you think that anyone would care to sort of see what we do here, please do feel free to share.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, I am available for private readings. Information in the description box below. And I will stop promoting myself and get to work. All right, here we go, friends. Jan's Free is up on deck first.
Okay.
Look at that. She said, may I have a full moon reading, please? And I said, I put it in the chat already. Look at me go. I am on it tonight, friends. I'm crazy tonight. In a good way. I should mention that I have a lot of things coming up this week. I have Sherry H. Voices from the Swamp and Marina from Heart Center Tarot joining me Monday night at 7 p.m. We're going to do hot topics, or today's hot topics. So, all the burning questions. On Tuesday at 6 p.m., myself and Tarot Stash are on with Allie at Heart and Soul Connected. That's at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. And we're going to be doing our rock, paper, scissors readings that we did prior that everyone really enjoyed. And then on Friday, which is the 9th, I have Ron Unconditional Love and Jay Herc213 joining me for It May Be Cards in Chat, or it may be the Fire Pit. I'm not really sure. It's like weather is, it rules that, so I never know, right? Also the June taroscopes, or the June horoscopes using tarot and oracle cards, depending on how you want to say it, will be out later on tonight. Fingers crossed. I'm working diligently behind the scenes doing that. It's the first time I've ever done them pre-recorded by the elements, so do let me know how you enjoy those. Hi, Aspasia Rising. Sue Toffee is in the house. Vivian is here. Jan's Free, Pierrette. Hopefully I haven't missed anybody. All right, let's go ahead. I'll stop talking. I apologize. Okay. I'm like crazy hyper. Woohoo! Can you imagine, friends, if I actually drank alcohol? You know what? Would probably be one of those people that was like this. Like I would be like super quiet. Have another sip of Pepsi, Kelly, because you're not with it yet. In my Canadian cup, eh? Oh, friends, I didn't even tell you. So I have put out a few feelers to a few of my Canadian fellow readers and friends who will be joining me for a fantastic Friday at the Fire Pit for Happy Canada Day. So I keep your eyes peeled for that notification. We have lots of lovely Canadian readers showing up to help us celebrate Canada Day. So yeah. All right. I'm in business. Okay. Jan's Free. If you're ready, you can go. I will be quiet enough for you to do what you got to do. I'll mute myself so no one can hear.
Well, your focus is going to be a light bulb moment. You're going to get some inspiration, and you need to take that and run with it. You need to release needing more money. Instead of thinking about needing more money, you need to think about money just flows to me freely. Release that feeling of need for it and just think about how it can flow to you. And then what you're to learn from this is you need to pay attention to your spiritual work and your life purpose. That's what's going to bring it in. that'll lead you to your goal.
I'm laughing at what Gina wrote. How many in the chat without cheating know when Canada Day is? That's funny. See, even still, I'm still not ready yet. Good grief. What is my old? Yes, Alan, I've got you. And then I think we're good. Canada Day is July 1st. All right, I got you. See toffee. Okay, and that's it. We're done. Questions or readings are full. Wow, you guys, holy. Woohoo! Okay. So, Jansfrey, this is what I've got for you. So, for you to focus on, your first card that we have out here is to meditate and contemplate. So, bringing in that quietude, really allowing yourself to check in with yourself and, just sort of, I like to say be, just to be in that moment.
Mm-hmm.
What could you release or what you can surrender? We have the surrender to inner peace. I love the image on this card. It's just glorious. I don't condone jumping off a cliff as depicted in the image. Just remember, this is for entertainment purposes only. So don't jump off a cliff or try to mimic the, do you remember those peppermint patty commercials? The peppermint patty where they jump on like the coffee table and pretend they're skiing or whatever. Mm-hmm. Don't do that. Anyway, you get the point. The message on this card says, cultivate inner peace on a daily basis. In quiet, meditative moments, focus on the stillness within and enjoy this inner refuge. Others will feel your good vibes too, and your life will flow more easily, which is beautiful. And the lesson, or what you're learning with this full moon, I mean, these are beautiful cards. You have simplicity. So you're really learning in this full moon to sort of take a step back when needed or when necessary to allow yourself to just embrace and enjoy that quietude.
Yep.
Yay. Oh, I totally should have. Gina said I should have said July 4th to mess with the minds. Good night, Gina. Thank you for being here. My favorite Congo coordinator.
Good night, Gina.
Deb H said, I thought you meant Peppermint Patty on Charlie Brown. I don't even know who Peppermint Patty on Charlie Brown is. So there's that. All right. Oh, Lady Silver says Gina have more coffee. Do it. Sorry, wrong show. Sorry, bro. All right, Mom of Two Dogs. Mom of Two Dogs. Sorry, friends. I apologize. It's Friday. What can I say? It's like, woohoo. You're welcome, Jansfrey. I thank you for being here and thank you for asking for the reading. I hope it resonates. Hope it makes sense. You jump in there, Ange, whenever you're ready. It's probably the only time I'm going to shut up. So,
well, then I better jump in there.
You're playing like double Dutch, double Dutch skipping, and you're waiting for your opportune moment to jump in. Just do it.
Okay, I got a card for finances. You kind of need to release the your career focus. You're very much focused on it, and I think you're focused a little too much, is what I'm getting from this. And you need to release your time pressures on yourself. I think you're keeping yourself to a little bit too much of a hard schedule. So kind of let it go a little bit. And then what you need to learn or your lesson is to let those good things come into you. They're coming. You just need to allow them to. Instead of putting up a block and saying nothing good ever happens to me, expect the good things.
I love that. All right. Mom of two dogs. Lovely cards. You know, I don't understand why this makes me so happy. Anyone who watches my daily videos, bye, sweetie. Have a good night's rest, Gina. Happy weekend to you. Anyone who watches my daily videos knows that I have a thing about colors. When the cards all sort of show up in the same coloring, I think like there's more of a message than not. And I totally, that's what I have here. So what we have is, what do you need to focus on? What should your focus be? Your focus is relationships. Now, the message, and I love that picture. It reminds me of you know, something that you would see on like an old Radiator, like how they make the covers. I don't know why. Anyways, nobody cares about that. Sorry. I'm attracted to those people who serve my highest good. So, you know, the people that lift you up, not bring you down, the people that you enjoy their vibration and their energy, and that are supportive and are of like mind, right? What you're surrendering or releasing this full moon, we have surrender stress. Again, another glorious picture. I love these cards. They're just outstanding with their images. The message on this card says, take a few deep breaths and exhale the tension you've built up in your body. Let the stress go as you come back to your center. Now, of course, you can do that every day. You don't necessarily have to be stressed. But if you are stressed, allow yourself the opportunity to do some like box breathing. And box breathing is really simple to do. It's like the same amount of counts in, like to inhale, to hold, and to exhale, right? And you can repeat that as necessary. And just doing that box breathing really like sort of calms you down and allows you to just sort of like, you know, sort of chill out, if that makes sense. What your lesson is, or what you're learning on this full moon, we've got up at the top, the category is consciousness and great gratitude. So I think in the moment of that quietude, the understanding of a different kind of gratitude, or great gratitude, as the card says, is what is going to be sort of illuminated for you. And when you think great gratitude, when you move to that sort of concept, you really lift your vibration up. You really sort of open yourself up. And I mean, the joy, the light, the love, it's amazing. And so that's what I got for you. I hope it resonates. Hope it makes sense. Thank you for asking the question. And we wish you many blessings. Mama Two Dogs says, wow, yes, thank you. I've been trying to do that and meditate more often. Excellent. Hi, Kay. Never too late, my friend. As long as you're here, that's all that matters. We're happy to see you. Jessica Loon is up next.
Okay.
I'm trying to think of the cards I want. Now, by the way, I didn't even mention about the cards. Did you notice that they were all this sort of lovely yellow color with little bits of like blue and purple in them? See?
Oh, nice.
Right?
Yeah.
That is. Well, so, you know, yellow to me is like sunshine and joy and brightness and warmth, you know.
Yeah.
I think of like a warm light bulb. And of course the purple is healing. It's peaceful.
Yeah.
I think of purple velvet curtains.
Right. So you want me to go?
Yes, go. Sorry.
Okay. For your focus, I got attuned to the divine. And that's a really good one. Just attune to your spiritual self. Pay more attention to it. I would say if you could keep anything in your head, keep that in your head. Then for your release, I got the card Go For It, which tells me you need to release blocks and stale energy. Just clear your plate. and go for it with it, whatever you're working on. Just go for it instead of, being stuck or stagnant in it. And then for your lesson, I got take a reality check. And what that tells me is that you're up in your head just mulling over all the things that could possibly go wrong. And, when you're looking at what could possibly go wrong, you're kind of inviting it. So just let it go.
Yeah.
Do that reality check. You need it.
I pulled all blue cards tonight, friends, or some variation of blue. I know nobody cares, but I thought I would share that with you. And when I say blue cards, I mean the backs of them are blue. There we go. Did you all see that fly out for Jessica Lynn? This is a new top, and I cannot keep the thing on, so I apologize that I'm constantly sticking my hands in my shirt and so forth. But good Lord. Okay, here we go. So, what is your focus for this full moon? We have discernment. Take a closer look. Doing your due diligence, I want to say, this is the learning. This is the seeking the truth. So paying attention to details doesn't mean anything negative or anything bad. It just means that you will probably be more focused on, maybe you'll read an email twice or a text twice before you sort of say yes or you react to it, right?
Mm-hmm.
What should you be releasing, or what should you be surrendering this full moon? We have emotions are running high. So that discernment is really what's going to come in handy, because, thinking twice, counting to 10, keeping yourself in check. Don't allow yourself to get or to be put in a position where you are reacting without receiving fully whatever's coming your way. Do you know what I mean? Hello to Quincy, here for the full moon readings, of course. Hi, baby. Yes, hello, and thank you for joining. You're so sweet. Thank you for putting your butt in my face. I appreciate that too. Yeah. Thank you. Get off the cards. Good boy. And what is the lesson? And again, I think this is beautiful. We have Archangel Gabriel and Grace.
There you go. That's
right.
amazing.
I mean, to me, this is and Quincy's like, yes, do it, Jessica Lynn. Look at the grace coming your way. I mean, it's just beautiful. So that's what we got. I hope that resonates. Thank you, Jessica, for asking the question, for being here. Appreciate you, my friend. All right. Yes. Very random. All right. Lady Silver is up next. All right, Quincy, do we have to have a chat? Whose channel is this?
It says if you ask him.
Yep. He wants to be a part of the show. You want to be a part? I know. Oh, I love you, little munchkin. Go ahead, Ange.
Okay.
You ready?
Yes. Okay, I got the butterflies. Your focus should be on arts and fun work. Do something that really gets you going, that you like to do. What you need to release is steady work and career building. I think maybe you're putting your nose to the grindstone too much and just not enjoying what you're doing. So let yourself have some fun with it. And then your lesson is you need to pay more attention to taking care of yourself. I think this is, again, looking at your nose to the grindstone thing. You need to take more care of yourself. Let yourself live like a human being a little bit. And that's what I got.
Sorry, friends, having difficulty shuffling because the cat's staring at me and wanting to bite the cards and so forth. Bye, Gerald. Have a good weekend. Thank you for being here, my friend. Yeah. He's like literally right by my arm.
Yeah, I can see him.
I think I need a reading. Actually, I need a reading on what I should be focused on tonight, right now. Never mind later, like on Saturday. Okay. It's an interesting 3 cards. So, Lady Silver, what I have for you is this. Actually, I'm sorry. I need to pull one more card because I've got like 2 conflicting cards and I don't know which one is which. So I'm gonna actually pull a tarot card. I apologize. I'm not doing this for dramatic effect.
You got it, Gerald.
Yeah. If you could bring me into focus, that would be great. I apologize. Okay.
Okay, Kelly.
You don't make that stuff up. Go ahead.
You need to embrace the flow.
Friend, I am. I've embraced the flow. Trust me. Woo!
Open up to change.
Yeah.
And cool your emotions. Take a chill pill.
I thought I was chilling out. This is me, chill. This is me. Listen, I'm either like serious or crazy. There's really no gray area. Okay.
I think you're leaning on the crazy a little hard.
That's funny. That was like a sound effect of me leaning on the crazy too hard. Pedal to the metal, friends. Woo. Anyway. Woohoo! Listen, it's Gerald's fault, really. Because Gerald and I were talking about me coming to visit for a silly casual, and we were talking about something, and I'm all excited about it, and so it's the silly casual's fault. Anyway, and look for that, friends, on Wednesday, June the 14th at 5 p.m. Eastern. Okay, back to Lady Silver. I do apologize. If you can follow the bouncing ball, you can get your reading. Okay, so what you should be focused on in this full moon, and you'll figure out why I needed to pull a card. We've got courage, and I was like, okay, so what do you need to be courageous about? I'll get to that in a moment. What do you need to release or surrender to? You need to surrender to your intuition. I love that card. Isn't that pretty? Gorgeous.
Yeah.
The message on the card says, tune into your inner voice. Be aware of any gut feelings, flashes, knowings, or aha moments that come through to guide you. Okay. And then the last card is, what is your lesson? We've got relaxation. And I was like, okay, so you need to have courage and relaxation. Like what? I don't get it. And then I pulled the tarot card, and we've got strength. So again, this is your inner bravery, your inner courage, your perseverance, your ability to really like sort of hold your own and stand in your own sort of greatness, right? So I'm going to go out on a limb here and say that you are trying to navigate the having trust in your intuition, or having trust in what you're getting, what you're seeing, what you're hearing, what you're feeling. And I feel like you might be slightly resisting it because we don't understand it, or because we don't, because we're second guessing it, right? Like, is that what that really means? You know what I mean? That kind of thing. So if you relax and just sort of go with how you feel in that moment every time. That whatever is coming, I'm going to take it. I'm not going to ask any questions. I'm just going to be like, okay. Learn to trust it. That's the courage that you need to have to make that connection seem like it's clear, understandable, and a true gift, if that makes sense, as opposed to like a hindrance because you're getting stressed because you can't figure it out, right? So relax, put your Teflon suit on, and just wait for it. And notice again, if you look at all of these cards here, they all are the same coloring. Right? I mean, look, that's crazy. And then you have this blue card, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's why I got thrown off. You can't make this stuff up. By the way, I didn't show you. On the bottom of the deck, you've got the Page of Cups. Look at that. So the Page of Cups, what is the Page of Cups? It's that sort of like daydreamy kind of, lovely kind of floaty around. All these like ideas and creative juices are flowing. That's when the stuff really starts to happen because you've reached that moment of relaxation. Told you can't make it up. Awesome. Okay. Thank you so much, Lady Silver, for being here. Thank you for letting us read for you. Thank you for dealing with my nonsense. Hi, Twisted Sushi. How are you, my friend? Thank you for being here. All right, we move on to Miss Pierrette White. I promise I'll be good now. I'm coming down off of my crazy high from earlier. It's because I was rushing around, friends, and I wasn't ready, and I get a little like.
We're kind of used to you, Kelly.
I mean, listen, I mean, you got to love all of me, right? You can't just love one part of me. It doesn't seem to affect the readings. Double touch wood. So, okay, here we go.
Okay.
Twisted is like, I'm great. I hope you're well. Fantastic. No, what's not to be great? It's Friday.
Mm-hmm.
It's like 33 degrees here, risk of a thunderstorm and a hurricane or a tornado or some darn thing, rain. The bugs are like the size of my head. Honestly, my husband went outside last night to water the new sod that we laid down that is now brown, not green. Mm-hmm. And when he opened up the door, I mean, it was like we were swarmed. There were so many bugs in the house.
Don't you love when that happens?
Not really. No.
We get that with mosquitoes here.
I could have done without it, my friend. I could have done without it. You can go if you want.
Okay.
Jump in there.
All right. My first card is the dragon. You need to focus on nature. You need a little more green in your life. So focus on nature around you. Then,
look at that.
Mm-hmm. There you go. Right. Matches what I'm reading. Mm-hmm. Okay. And then what you need to release is waiting. I don't know what you're waiting for, but just stop waiting. You need to go and get something doing, get moving. And then for your lesson, I've got the tree, which is grounding. You need to ground, get back to nature. The whole reading is essentially telling you, get back into nature.
Wow.
And let it do its charms on you.
This is a really awesome reading, Pierrette. So what you need to focus on is discipline.
Yeah.
Okay. The message on this card says, I can accomplish what I set my mind to. So, allowing yourself the time and space necessary to achieve whatever the goal is, right? What is, what should you be releasing or what should you be surrendering? I've got this card here, expect powerful change.
Nice.
So that in combination with the discipline card leads me to believe that you're resisting said powerful change. Notice how both of those cards are purple and both of them have circles on them. Okay. And then what is the lesson, or what are we learning from this full moon? And we have this wonderful picture that I held up before, the abundance. This is joy, it's wholeness, it's oneness. And I sort of feel like that's what's coming, the wholeness and the oneness, because of the circles, right? This isn't really like getting in your own way. This is more like carving out the time that you need to do what you need to do. And I know that that's easier said than done for a lot of people, because we have, responsibilities and other things. But just make sure that you're that you continue to do your practice. I want to say, whatever that practice is, like I'm talking like spiritually, right? But allow yourself to be able to have that time to do that spiritual practice. And I thank you for being here and for asking the question, letting us read for you. All right, Vivian is up next. What's going on? When I just read something. Hypnicity, I'll star that, love, and I'll see if we can get something about your cat. I'm sorry that your cat's missing. We've just got a few more to go, and then we'll see if we can do something for that, or get something for that for you. Okay. All right, Miss Vivian is up next.
Okay, you want me to go?
Yeah.
Okay, Vivian, what you need to focus on is knowing that you are loved. And you're loved unconditionally by spirit, by friends, by family. People love you. Focus on that. Then I got forgive. Now, this tells me that you need to focus on forgiving other people. Don't be dwelling on forgiveness that you think you should be given. You need to pay attention to who you need to forgive. And then for your lesson is step into your power, which kind of goes hand in hand with knowing you are loved, because that's where a lot of your power comes from, is being loved.
Yep.
I love that reading.
Beautiful reading for Vivian. And so far, I concur. Got one more card to go, so anything can happen. Okay, I'm joking. Actually, no. It literally flipped like right over. And again, I don't know, Spirit works with me through color, I think. And I really think I need to investigate how to read like color. Like read like
yeah, that would be a good idea, I think.
Okay. So, Vivian, your focus for this full moon is from Archangel Hanuel and integrity. And I don't mean to say in any way that you don't have integrity. I think it's more about the integrity that you have and the standards that you set for yourself, right? Mm-hmm. I sort of feel like they're way up here, like impossible almost. And when they're so high, we have difficulty achieving those, right? What is oh, I never thought about that, Ellen. That's great. Ellen said, Kelly, maybe the colors you pick relate to the person's chakra. So yellow is the solar plexus chakra, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that is your gut, your acceptance. Okay. Surrender, low self-esteem. So this is what you need to release, or what you need to surrender. Okay. And you deserve success, love, and abundance. Set an intention. I apologize. Set an intention to identify and release any remnants of low self-esteem.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you can't make this up. This is not a joke. This is like every reading so far this has happened. And what is your, what are you learning? What is the lesson of this full moon? Look at that. Deserving.
Oh, beautiful.
Like, you cannot make it up. You are deserving. That is, where'd it go? Sorry, it's like so hard when you're looking in the camera. That is you, Vivian, standing in that luscious garden in that beautiful, long, flowing yellow dress, beaming, illuminated. The sun is shining, you're sparkling, and you're just living your very best life. And that is what you are going to really learn in this full moon, that you deserve to live your best life. So shine on, my friend. I thank you for being here, and I thank you for asking the question. Let's do the reading. Hypnocity says that's your message from Spirit tonight, Kelly. Investigate colors. Absolutely. Yep, absolutely. All right. Miss Vivian is done. Leslie King is up next. Both readings make a lot of sense. Thank you, Kelly and Angela. Most welcome.
You're welcome.
All right. Leslie King. I love the dog. The dog is adorbs.
Don't you love that face? That's so cute.
Yeah. Wow. All right. Gotta love it when they fly. Hi, Lisa.
Okay, you want me to go?
Yep. You know okay. I'm not ready. Never ready.
What you need to focus on is personal satisfaction. Treat yourself. Give yourself good things. You deserve them. What you need to release is feeling powerless. Stand in your power. You need to accept it and just fully embrace it. Release those feelings of powerlessness. And then what your lesson is you need to trust fate a little bit. Trust those synchronicities, those things that just naturally come your way. Learn to accept them, let them flow to you. Let the good things come to you. Taking chances, a little bit of risk. It's a good thing for you.
Yeah. This is such an interesting little reading here. All right. So Leslie said in the chat he can be a total turd burger when he wants to. About the dog. All right. So Leslie, the focus for this full moon is about having faith in your dreams. Right? Having faith in your dreams. What you need to surrender, or what you need to release. Now, this is going to seem like it's not a release, but it really is a release, in my opinion. We have change. I understand that nothing can grow or evolve without movement. So releasing the idea of fighting change, right? Surrendering that if it doesn't go according to the plan or the outcome that you already have sort of figured in your head, that somehow it must be wrong, right? What is the lesson? We have curiosity. It's worth the risk. So sort of being a little more fly by the seat of your pants, being a little more adventurous, being a little more going to the beat of your own drum. Like what? I just read what Green Mystic Mountain Mystic said. Hi, by the way. That said, anyone else see an entity behind the black fan? You all let me know. So, Leslie, I hope that makes sense. And I hope that resonates. I think that if you allow yourself to believe in yourself, things will sort of naturally come together in a way that was very unexpected, but very much needed and appreciated. So I hope that resonates. Thank you for letting us read on you. Bye, Lady Silver. Thank you for being here. Appreciate you, my friend. Okay, Miss Ellen R. is up on deck next, and then we have Sue Toffee, and then we've got Hypnocity for the kitty cat, which we'll pull some cards for that. All right, Miss Ellen would like a full moon reading. Well, funny, we're giving out full moon readings tonight. Okay, so she's Leslie says it does need to concentrate on what I need to do. Thank you. Absolutely.
Okay, you want me to go for it?
Absolutely. Hi, Vivian.
Okay, the card I pulled was Trust All Will Be Well. So it may be that you're looking for disaster where there isn't one. So you need to focus on the good things coming. Focus on the fact that all is going to be well. And that what you need to release is make time for self-love, which tells me that you're not doing that. You need to release your hesitance to do that and take care of yourself. You may be avoiding it. And, sometimes we get our heads in a loop and we don't pay attention to that. So you do need to release that spiral in your head and go ahead and take care of yourself. And then for your lesson, you need to work through your feelings. Boy, did I call that one. You need to release what's bouncing around in that head and just work through those feelings. Get yourself, work your way out of them so they aren't a constant nagging in your head.
I got really, because I said all my cards are matching, and now they're not matching. Did you notice?
Of course.
Thank you. Hi, Vicky. Sorry, I was just going to call you Vivian because I'm looking at Vivian's name. Okay. Ellen R., this is what I've got for you. So, what is your focus? Your focus right now is luck. Now, that may seem like a weird focus, but let me read what's on the bottom of this card. You are right to be strong and optimistic about the opportunities ahead. Mm-hmm. So your focus is on, what's ahead, which is lovely, right? What you need to surrender to is surrender to creativity. I love this image. It's beautiful. And the message on the bottom of this card says, let your imagination soar. Stay open to all creative ideas about how to pursue a dream or solve a problem. So I sort of am taking from that say you have a particular way of dealing with stuff, and then someone says, well, that's crazy. Why do you do that? And then you sort of talk yourself out of it somehow, or start to think, well, maybe that's not a great idea. Maybe I need to do something else. Feel really strongly when I say, I'm getting tingles in my head. You know exactly what you need to do for yourself. And if creatively is sort of where it's at, if creative is how you release, if creative is how you are inspired or how you're motivated, you do what you need to do, what's best for you, and you know what that is, if that makes sense. What is your lesson? Your lesson is, and this is an odd card, the category is intention, and the bottom is hidden motivations. So being true to you. Don't listen to haters, naysayers, people that are trying to tell you to be, something that you're not, or, don't spread yourself too thin by putting all your eggs in one basket. You know what I mean? For example, and this is no hate on my mama, because you all know how much I love my mama, but back in the day, my mom used to say to me, you need a real job. Because I worked in a group home, and I worked all shift work, and I was newly married, and I worked every weekend, and for those reasons, she didn't think it was great, because I had no time with my family.
Yeah.
Wasn't necessarily a dig at me or what I did, but that's how I took it, right? And so if you're sort of having people saying things to you, and the way that you're receiving it could be really negative, and then impacting how you actually like work stuff out for yourself. That's kind of the vibe I was getting, if that makes sense. And I thank you for being here, and I thank you for letting us read for you. Hi, Sylvia. Vicky, I can start you, and we can see if we can get you in there. We have finished the questions for tonight. We have Sue Toffee, and then Hypnocity. And then if we can fit you in, we'll give that a go. Sorry, I have hair now. Oh, that resonates? Okay, thank you, Ellen. I didn't know if that was making sense or not. All right. Miss Sue Toffee. Oh, good time for a family reunion. Interesting.
Oh, yeah.
It's all good, Vicky. No worries. You're here when you're supposed to be, my friend.
Okay, for Sue Toffee, I've got, she needs to focus on new beginnings and personal growth.
Yeah.
You've got good stuff coming. Pay a whole lot of attention to that.
You're telling me you got good stuff coming.
Okay, and what you need to release is you're waiting for things to come. Just release the what do you want to call it? The strain or the stress on that, and just let them flow naturally.
Yeah.
And then what your lesson is you need to do your shadow work. You need to look at yourself a little better and see what you need to change, or what you really would like to stay the same. I mean, looking for good qualities is also very therapeutic, because it helps to learn to love yourself. If you learn to love some of the things about yourself that you really don't pay attention to, it's going to help you. It'll bring up your self-esteem, your staying in your power. It'll help you do that.
Yeah.
So pay attention to that mirror. Look at yourself.
Yeah. This is such a cool, interesting read. So, what should you focus on? Miracles. You know, believing that anything can happen.
Yeah.
Sorry, that's the dog barking. What should you surrender to? What should you release? Surrender to your full power. Turn your worrier into a warrior, I want to say, right? The message on the bottom of this card says your life is calling for you to step into your full power rather than playing it small. Right? So totally picking up on that whole mirror vibe, right? And what is the lesson, or what are you learning from this full moon? I love this. This is like emotional, right? This is from Archangel Uriel and friendship. Friends with yourself first and foremost.
Always, yeah.
Maybe you're going to do some mirror work and be talking to your reflection as if your reflection was your best friend, and working together with your reflection to be able to sort of boost up that self-esteem and just sort of fall in love with yourself, I want to say, right? Beautiful reading for Sue. Thank you for being here. Thank you for letting us read on you. Appreciate you, my friend. All right. Hypnocity and her kitty cat. What is the kitty cat's name? Is Tango? Let's pull some cards. Let's see what we can find out about Tango. Good grief. Y'all will tell me if like my shirt falls off, right? Because I get into this and I'm not even paying attention.
Okay, I pulled some cards from my Divine Timing deck.
Yeah.
And I asked about when the cat was going to come back, and I got around June, in the near future, and it's coming for you. So he may be trying to find his way back.
Yeah, he's coming back soon. I got the 8 of Wands popped out right away. You're gonna hear something about the cat.
Mm-hmm.
Cat's hiding somewhere. He's a little bit upset, a little bit confused, or that's you. Two of Swords, confusion. Speaking of cats, look at what I got on there. So I got the 8 of Wands. So, information coming in, communications. So I don't know if you put posters out or called out to people or told the neighbors or whatever. Maybe check with the shelter if the cat has a chip. Let them know. Send them a picture. They'll put it up on their site, and then people can be on the lookout. So there's that. Next to that, we have the Hermit card, and so. I feel like the cat is hiding, right? He's like hiding, like under a deck, under a car or something of that nature in the garage, trying to keep himself safe, right?
Mm-hmm.
We've got the 5 of Swords, which I don't know how old your cat is, but this is like confusion, right?
Mm-hmm.
Which makes sense. I mean, he's confused, he's scared, whatever the case may be. We've got the 2 of Swords, so having to make decisions, crossroads. This is also confusion and sometimes procrastination.
Mm-hmm.
And that could be you in terms of, do I leave the house and go look for him, or do I call my neighbors, or do I put up posters? It doesn't have to be something like negative, so don't necessarily go there. On the bottom of the deck, we've got the King of Wands. So this is leadership, this is power, this is embracing your inner kitty, and so I feel like you're going to find him. He's going to come back to you. And I think that it's going to happen fairly quickly. You had a Jack Russell named Ruby. Wow. Look at that. Mm-hmm. Green Mountain Mystic said Hypnocity named Ruby comes up. Does that match anyone you know? And she said, I had a Jack Russell named Ruby. So I'm just going to ask my pendulum. Did you ask your pendulum?
No.
All right. Is Tango coming back to Hypnocity within the first few days of June? Is Tango coming home back to Hypnocity within the first few days of June? Yes. It was doing the circle and then a really slow work up to the yes. Okay. Will Tango be returned to Hypnocity? Yes. Will Tango's posters be how people identify him? No. Will it be through the animal control centers or the shelters? Yes. So phone all the shelters and let them know that your cat is missing and be on the lookout, because according to the pendulum, you're going to find out from the shelter like that, like he's at the shelter. So someone is going to return him to the shelter because they don't know where he came from. So make sure that you contact all the shelters and send them a picture. You can put it up on Facebook. At least here in Canada, you can. As soon as a cat or a dog is missing, you send it to the shelters, and they put the picture up on like Facebook on their different websites, and people can scroll through. And it's great because then everyone's looking for it, right?
Yeah.
So try that.
That's good.
Try that.
Mhm.
Thank you for asking, Hypnicity, and of course we send many blessings to you and to Tango, and hope that you're reunited very soon. Hi, Maud, a new subscriber. We like new subscribers. Thank you for being here, my friend. All right, up last but not least, we have Miss Vicky Howell. By the way, Vicky, should tell you and Vivian both that Angela and I tried some garden readings.
Oh, they were fun.
The other night. If you have a chance, watch back on playback. We had so much fun with it.
Mm-hmm.
It was great, wasn't it?
Oh, yeah. And we'll be doing more of them.
Yeah, you guys would have been proud of us, is kind of where I was going with that. Yeah, send a notice to pause. Absolutely, Hypnicity.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Miss Vicky would like a reading for the full moon. Let's do that for Vicky. Sure, Maud, you can ask a question. Absolutely, go for it. We have time for one more, and then we'll call it quits. There's lots of shows on tonight, lots of things happening.
Okay, we go ahead?
Yeah, go.
Okay, the first card I pulled was relax. That's what your focus is to be this month, is to focus on relaxing. Chill out. You deserve it. And then what you need to release is the tension. This card is breathe through the tension. Yeah. You need to release that tension. And yet again, another card says, chill out, relax. And then what's your lesson? You need to speak your world into being. If you let go of the tension, you can manifest what you want and what you desire. And you can speak that world into being if you let go of that tension.
Beautiful. It's one of my favorite cards in that deck. I love it.
Isn't it?
Yes, Tango's on assignment somewhere. I love the way that you put that, Hypnicity. Okay. So we start out with what is your focus? We've got true love.
Oh.
Look at that image and the way that she's looking at herself in the mirror.
Mm-hmm.
And it's so interesting because I just looked at your comment and she said, beautiful, that's me. And I'm literally going, yep, that's you. That's you looking at you.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And I want to point out that on the top of the card, these cards have categories, and this category is energy. So it's that energy of I am worthy, I am deserving, like I'm beautiful. You know what I mean? It's all of that. Yep. What do you need to surrender, or what do you need to release? Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. What were you saying?
Oh, nothing. I was just agreeing with you.
Oh, I didn't. I was like so in my spiel. I heard it and I was like, what? Stop. Surrender negative thinking. This message says you have control over your thoughts. When negative thoughts surface, say thank you for sharing and quickly refocus on positive affirmations. Mm-hmm. I would go so far as to say there's a few things that you can do if negative thinking is something that you deal with. You can put, like, I think it's very symbolic to have like a little box or like a side table that has a drawer in it or a journal. At the end of the day, when you're laying in bed, you write down the things that I've been worried about today, you know, like the top 3. Don't get crazy and write like 4 pages, but, you know, like the top 3 or 4 things that you've been thinking about. And then say, you know what, I'm done worrying about you. I've given you enough of my time. I'm reclaiming my time. Close the book, you know, put it in a drawer and go to sleep. Like tomorrow's another day kind of attitude. Of course, you can do positive affirmations and all that kind of wonderful stuff. And one of my favorite ones is be who you want to see. because that can change from day to day, right? Some days we feel stronger than others. But be who you want to see. And when you're doing that mirror work, Vicki, make sure that you're talking to the reflection in the mirror as if they were your best friend. Keep it positive, but keep it real. Keep it respectful. Keep it kind, and keep it light. But understand that there's lots of emotions that can come out when you're doing that stuff. The last card that I got for you, which is what are you learning, or what is your lesson of this full moon? And we have this lovely wisdom, right? The wisdom to treat yourself well, the wisdom to know that you are deserving to be treated well, the wisdom to understand that the negative thinking does have an impact, but it can be stopped and counteracted by positive thinking, right? And that's what I got for you. This full moon is all about Vicki learning to love herself and appreciate herself for what we all see, as opposed to what she sees sometimes.
That's great.
Awesome. Thank you very much, Vicki, for being here and for asking the question. We appreciate you. All right. So Miss Maud says, thank you. About my current love life on a full moon, he is a Gemini. On your, so we're doing Namaste, Sue. Thank you for being here, my friend. We are doing full moon readings, so we'll do the same like full moon spread for her for the, but make it specific to her question.
Yeah.
Otherwise, we have to get out totally different cards.
Yep.
Well, I would.
Yeah, me too.
Wow. Okay, so I got my 3 cards. Like, that was fast. Look at me. Finally, after an hour and 12 minutes, I've caught on how to do this. How to get the reading out fast. That's funny.
Okay, go ahead.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
I just pulled them.
So, thank you about my current love life on a full moon. He is a Gemini. So what I've got for you, Maud, is, and this is interesting. What are you focused on? Like, you can't make this up. What are you focused on this full moon? Love. Like, that's no joke. Okay. What should you be releasing or surrendering on a full moon? Which is, I think sometimes people give too much weight to the release and surrender in terms of like, I need to do exactly, and like that it's a very small sort of window. You can literally say, you know what, I just want to get rid of the stress of the day. It doesn't have to be some horrible thing that you've been carrying around for years and years and years. It could just be something very simple, right?
Yeah.
Or you know what, the plumbing isn't working at my uncle's house, and I'm sick of him calling me to come over there and help him because I'm not a plumber and I don't know what to do. So I'd like to release that. It doesn't have to be a big bad thing, right? So what you're releasing or surrendering to is potential. Now, that may seem like a really strange card, but these 3 cards fell out, so you got to go with it. It's not mine to ask why. This feels to me like you're trying to fit a square into a circle. That in your head or on a piece of paper somewhere in the back of your closet, you've got like a list, and you've got like, 2-year plan, 5-year plan. This is the outcome for this thing. This is how this is supposed to work out. And if it doesn't look like, or you don't feel like it's working right, then you start sort of trying to maneuver it around. And in that maneuvering, you kind of lose the joy of what's happening. Right? So what is the lesson? What are you learning in this full moon? Simplicity. Just enjoy the moment. If it puts a smile on your face, go with it kind of attitude, right? Be in the moment, enjoy the journey. Don't necessarily focus on the outcome. if we allow ourselves to think about the simplicity of a situation, of a moment, you're sitting on the couch, the cat's on your lap, and you're just petting it, you're listening to it purr, and it's warming you up, and it's just that's beauty, that's love, that's blessings, that's joy, that's the simplicity of it, right? That's what I got for you. Thank you for asking the question. Thank you for subscribing. Yay, go ahead.
Okay, I got for your focus, I got reflect on your priorities. You got to look at it more realistically, and what do you want out of your relationship? That's kind of what you need to focus on. And then for what you need to release, I got the card that says be real. So you need to release what you want it to be and accept what it really is, and look at that and decide how to move forward, or learn or appreciate what's really there,
Yeah.
as opposed to the fantasy.
Yes.
Because the reality sometimes can be better than the fantasy.
Well, yeah, and sometimes we can't see what it really is because we're too busy looking for what we thought it should be, right?
Yes. And that, my follow-up, the lesson is think it through.
Yeah.
Think about what you really want, what is really there. I mean, there may be something glorious there that you're overlooking because you're so wrapped up in your fantasy.
Yeah.
And that's what I've got for you. I like that.
It's beautiful, and you're not alone, Maud. So, because we're all guilty of that at one point or another. We're all trying to create this perfect, well-balanced, abundant, loving kind of life for ourselves, or journey for ourselves. And sometimes when we feel like we're off kilter or off course, we're like, oh my God, what happened? We sort of have a tendency to resist change and not panic, but what worry about it. And sometimes we were meant to have that little sort of side trip, right?
Yep.
It's how you deal with the obstacle or the challenge that's the important thing. And I think that if you just learn to sort of trust the journey, the journey seems so much smoother. All right, my friends, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for joining us. This was kind of like a last minute decision on our part, like literally that we decided just Wednesday that we were going to do these. So thank you, Angela, so much for joining me yet again, my friend.
It's been
Cartomancy Mesquite's channel. I cannot believe I did not put it in yet. It is in the description box, in my defense. But here is her channel. If you have not already subscribed to her or checked her out, please do. Show my friend some love. She is amazing. And she will be on with Gerald on Tarot Stash's channel on Monday at
1 Central. That would be 2 p.m. Eastern.
Yeah. Awesome. And I will be here at Dozen Cats on Monday at 7 p.m. Eastern, doing today's hot topics with Sherry H. Voices from the Swamp and Marina from Heart Centered Tarot. And then on Tuesday, I'll be with Allie and Gerald from Tarot Stash on Allie's channel at 6 p.m. Eastern. So make sure you've got your little bell notification checked off so you know whenever I upload a new video or send out a notification. And with that being said, we wish you a happy weekend, happy full moon, and many blessings. Bye, everybody.